good. The thing with stroop is that you gotta have a special technique in order to actually make it stick on your knife. Because if you don't twirl like this, if you don't use the stroop technique, TM.
Olá pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo nesse canal. Nós somos cidadãos do terceiro mundo e nesse canal a gente reage sobre o primeiro mundo. Nesse vídeo a gente vai reagir ao O Melhor do Café da Manhã holandês.
Então pedimos que, por favor, você considere se inscrever, ative as notificações e também deixe mais sugestões lá no nosso Instagram. E agora vamos para a reação.
Hey YouTube, Coppersan here.
Today we're going to show you some of the most delicious Dutch breakfast items
You can get. A Dutch breakfast would not be complete without bread. Lots of bread. We love bread. We eat bread twice a day. And of course, breakfast without bread is not real breakfast.
It's not done.
It's not done. It's not how you do it.
It's a breakfast, I would say.
It's a breakfast. A bread feast.
A bread feast.
Bread feast. Let's go.
So, to introduce you...
Aqui nós também amamos pão, mas aqui a gente tem um outro pão que a gente em alguns lugares chama de pão francês, outros chamam pão de sal. É bem diferente desse, né? Que parece o nosso pão de forma.
One of the things that I really like. Back in the day we used to put the actual cookies on our bread. But they made schuddebuikjes, which is shaky bellies.
Shaky bellies. It doesn't translate that well
It doesn't
in English.
translate that well,
No, it
no.
doesn't,
It sounds kind of cute in Dutch.
It's made of speculaas, which is sort of a
ginger spicy...
cinnamon spiced biscuit.
Yeah.
So they're basically sprinkles. You just sprinkle them on your bread and you're good to go. Maybe some butters to make sure they stick. So, and in case you're like, wow, this sounds amazing, but you know, I gotta chew. Who likes to chew? No one likes to chew. So the Dutch were like, you know what we can also do? We're gonna invent a spreadable cookie spread.
Yeah. So it's the same,
it's the same type
as this
of cookie,
or the actual cookie.
but it's spreadable.
Eu já tô amando
Like peanut
tudo.
butter, for instance.
It's like it looks like peanut butter, but it's actual just cookies. You can literally hear the crunch. There's pieces of cookies as well. Actually delicious.
Yeah, and it's so good, guys.
I think it's almost pure sugar. It's so
Probably. So that's the thing. We Dutch people are really sweet tooth.
We're
We
super
have-
sweet tooths. Yeah.
So everything contains a lot of sugar.
Yes, and basically everything past this line is almost pure sugar.
So if you're not a cookie monster but you like chocolate,
We also invented the chocolate sprinkles.
Well, we didn't, but
Yes, I'm the person who invented this chocolate sprinkles. That's all me. That's all me. No, and these go great on everything. I mean, we have white bread, we have brown bread, we have tiger bread, which has tiger skin. Very
yeah, very
delicious though. It's very good. Our Dutch bread is actually very light. We lived in Germany for a while, and the bread we had there, and I'm sorry if you're from Germany, you're watching this, was a bit like a brick. Like it was either very fluffy American light toast or it was bricks. There was no in between.
It was very heavy.
And Dutch bread is very light. It's very airy, very
Like
nice.
you can have 20 slices of this.
And in
Well,
Germany, you have
yeah.
one slice and you're like, okay, I'm done. This is like, it felt like 1,000 calories, you know? And this is like, oh, you can just keep eating it forever.
I guess the German are quite efficient in that sense.
They're quite
Isso é interessante porque eu já vi pessoas que foram na Europa e comeram o pão europeu. E elas juram que o sabor é muito diferente do pão que nós temos aqui no Brasil. Que o pão europeu é muito mais leve. E acho que tem a ver com a composição. Mas realmente é curioso que eles vejam essa diferença também entre os países europeus, né?
efficient. Yeah, they're quite efficient. But in case you're like, you know what, chocolate is nice, but
I like sprinkles.
but
I want
not
something
chocolate.
else.
Yeah. Then there is this one.
So this one is the fruit hail, the vruchtenhagel. This one is the vlokken and the chocolate sprinkles.
It says
Eu tenho muita vontade
sugar
de
hill
provar
with
isso.
Isso é muito interessante. A gente fez uma reação num vídeo passado que mostrava sobre essa questão de botar granulados no pão. E uma pessoa comentou, bom, aqui a gente usa chocolate, os nossos chocolates são feitos de cacau. E eu pensei, ora, mas aqui no Brasil também nossos chocolates são feitos de cacau. E não são feitos de cacau. A maior parte dos chocolates que a população tem acesso é feito de gordura.
Ah, é verdade. Eu imagino que... eu vi também um comentário, a pessoa falando que não era pra gente fazer isso aqui, botar o granulado daqui, porque é diferente do granulado deles. Então, eu imagino que não deva ser o mesmo sabor. Deve ser muito diferente, né?
Concentrated apple juice. I'm not sure what the apple juice is, but okay.
I really liked this as a kid, but after you read the description, I'm like,
For every 100 grams in here, it's 93 gram of 93% sugar.
Whoa.
So literally, it's literally pure sugar with food coloring.
Yeah, sweet tooth. I tell you, sweet tooth. Rich people.
It's literally just sugar. It's literally. Speaking of just sugar, this is some of the most delicious Dutch exclusive items you can buy in the Netherlands. It's so exclusive, it doesn't even have an English translation.
No, it doesn't. So for English people,
for all you foreigners,
it could be no. But what is it called? Marmalade. Marmalade. It's not the same thing. It's very, very different. But at least the consistency might be
the
similar.
The consistency is somewhere between marmalade and maple syrup.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, exactly.
So it's somewhere in between there. But
it's
pure
like
sugar.
honey.
It's glucose. It's just pure sugar.
Yeah.
It's like honey. It's like honey. I guess it's more like honey, but then it's more
but
spreadable.
The taste is different.
And usually it's a bit more apple flavored as well.
Depends whether you have the apple stroop or
the apple stroop or it's called stroop, by the way. Stroop. That's how we call it. You can't. We lived abroad. We couldn't find this anywhere except for Dutch stores or in the Netherlands.
It's really hard to get.
It is super hard to get.
It's so good though.
It's so good. You can eat this on anything as well. It's so good. The thing with stroop is that you gotta have a special technique in order to actually make it stick on your knife. Because if you don't twirl like this, if you don't use the stroop technique, TM, then you're gonna lose it. We're just gonna drop it on there. Alright, so on to the last sugary thing that we have for today, and that's this one. This one is some of my personal favorites as a kid. I love this.
Coconut bread.
Coconut bread.
Coconut bread.
It's basically just a slice of cocos that you put on your bread. You just, no butter needed, just slap it on there, and you're good to go. It's freaking delicious, and again, it's made of cocoa, so it's actually a bit more healthy.
It's really
good. And
it's
only 40 grams sugar per 100 gram of. So it's only 40.
Como assim? Isso não é presunto?
O aspecto é de um presunto, pelo menos isso é muito parecido com o presunto que a gente tem em nosso país.
Caramba, que loucura!
40% sugar, so that.
This video is translating into how much sugar is there in Dutch breakfast items kind of video.
Yep. So there's one other thing that Dutch people really like, and that's besides their savory meats. Like we have some chicken that we usually eat, or some chicken that gone bad. No, that's like herbs in there.
Herbs.
Wow.
But we really like cheese. We like cheese so much that when we, for example, when we just buy blocks of cheese, we actually were lazy.
Yeah.
We bought
the sliced ones.
We bought the sliced ones. But if you're not lazy like us, you actually just buy the whole, just a big block of cheese, and you use something called a cheese shaver. Or a kaasschaaf.
A kaasschaaf.
And
use
that shaver, I don't know. And you use that to just get your cheese, to make a small slice of cheese. Or if you're even more lazy, we also have spreadable cheese, of course, as well. You really like this one, right?
I do. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Houve uma época que a gente comprou queijo e usava o fatiador, só que era meio ruim porque era um queijo que não era bem queijo, né? Era o queijo com amido. Então ele acabava se desfazendo, mas isso funciona muito bem para um queijo de verdade. Eu acho que eles não têm esse problema lá, né? De comprar um queijo que não é bem queijo, né?
Lá o chocolate deles realmente é um chocolate, o queijo lá realmente é queijo. Aqui o que a gente tem que é acessível para a população e que de certa forma tem um preço mais acessível, não é o que deveria ser, né?
We're not done yet, actually.
No, there's more.
There's more. Well, there's much more, but there's at least a few more items that we can showcase. And this
is so good.
Wait.
It's called it's called ontbijtkoek, but I like to call it paperkoek.
Wow.
It's sort of a cake thingy. Again, pretty sweet, I think.
It's gingerbread, right?
It's kind of like gingerbread. Yeah.
Do you remember, like back in the day, like when you were younger, we actually made these gingerbread houses?
Isso deve ser muito bom.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it's like that. Let's make one.
Let's make one. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not how Dutch gingerbread houses are made, but we did give it our best. So normally you eat gingerbread together with butter, and actually the house would be a lot more stable probably if you used butter as well, and maybe took longer than 20 seconds to try to put this together.
There's one more thing.
There's one more thing. This is more like a German bread.
This is basically German bread.
This is called roggebrood.
Yeah, it's very compact, lots of fibers. It's very healthy apparently, but it's not as good as the rest of the
There's
bread.
a lot of fibers in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
diferente.
It's really healthy. Usually what we do when we eat this is we either add cheese, of course, or sugar.
Sugar.
To make it more
Sugar.
bearable. Damn, I'm so happy we didn't call this the most healthy Dutch food because wow, Dutch breakfast
It's
is
very
not
far from
very
healthy, yeah.
Kids love it though.
Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry if you're hungry right now.
I am, so I'm gonna eat some more bread if
Yeah,
that's
let's
okay.
dive right in. Thank you all so much for watching again and hope to see you next time.
See you later.
See you later.
Olha, eu tenho uma observação já no final desse vídeo, que ela pediu desculpa se deixou as pessoas com fome por ter assistido esse vídeo. Mas fora isso, é realmente incrível a gente saber como é a alimentação, o café da manhã dos holandeses. Eles comem coisas muito diferentes.
Eu quero provar tudo agora, depois desse vídeo.
Sim, desculpas estão aceitas pra gente ficar com fome nesse momento. De fato, estamos com mais fome ainda. Mas realmente é muito interessante a gente ver que eles têm pães diferentes, mas que chama muita atenção é que eles têm um tipo de presunto, algo feito de frango com ervas.
É verdade, mas o que me chama muita atenção é aquele que não é presunto, mas pra gente parece presunto. Eu preciso provar aquilo. Preciso provar tudo.
Na verdade, nós precisamos experimentar tudo. O café da manhã holandês é muito diferente e apenas despertou a nossa curiosidade de poder provar esse café da manhã.
Sem dúvidas, mas essa foi a reação desse vídeo. Então, se você gostou, aproveita para se inscrever, ative as notificações e também deixe mais sugestões lá no nosso Instagram.
Muito obrigado por assistir esse vídeo e a gente se vê na próxima reação.
Tchau!